And what it taught me is you gotta get out there. I'm not a thief. I'm not cut out to be a thief. I'm a salesman. And what it taught me is you gotta get out there. And I got my balls back. That's from Glengarry Glen Ross. If you hadn't noticed, and that I quote that sometimes in my videos, or I have. You know, but it's like, yeah. So we're promoting the, Go to your repercussions. The website, it's like former Hare Krishna devotees, I guess, but like I'm not really former, and they accept me. They're not really strict. Like they act like it, but they might be, but it's not really. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I don't really talk much. I don't know. I don't write there much right now. So yeah, it's like I guess so. I'm making this video to like promote that. Go to your repercussions, so you can go on there and talk about stuff and everything. And oh yeah, and so I go swimming in the summer, and I'm gonna do Krishna conscious swim because see what we have at the Boston Temple is Boston ISKCON Temple. We have a special, like, okay, they have two things. They have every year, well, it lasts 2 or 3 years, but I never go to it though. I haven't. I feel like I should have, or I should. But they go to Walden Pond and they go swimming there, and that's maybe in July or something. So they have a big picnic and then they swim, and like that seems really cool. I always look at all the pictures from it and stuff. All the stuff Boston ISKCON I don't go to, but I like look at the pictures and stuff. Like the, so I feel like I'm there or something. I don't know, but it's like, okay, so they have that. That's part of a swim thing, right? And they have I gotta even say this because I gotta do my other thing with my weights. But they also have the I'll talk about when I get back. So I did Walden Pond. Then it's gonna be like the Prabhupada's boat. They take Prabhupada out on a boat. His Mortika's like, wow, Prabhupada came to Boston. That's like the first temple. I mean, that's the first place he came off when he got off his boat. And so we have like a festival, or they have a festival. I don't go on it with them. I'll be back in a little bit. Yeah. The temple has this thing where they take Prabhupada out on a boat, and takes Prabhupada Murti out on a boat and go around the Boston Harbor with him, with everyone, and so that's kind of cool. But the thing with it is, it's in September or something like late September, and see the thing in Boston, we need to do something in the summer when you can go swimming, like July and August is the best, very early September maybe, but especially July and August. So that's where we come in. See, I go to Revere Beach, and I'm swimming there the whole time, July, August, September, and I'll be swimming in June too. So in June, I guess, So we like So I got this other way of doing it will be like swimming at the beach, at Revere Beach, and that's how we'll do it. Instead of going on a boat festival in September, we'll be like swimming, looking out toward the ocean where Prabhupada is coming, or he's getting ready to come in September, and it'll be summer. There's Revere Beach with there's women from Brazil and Morocco and everything. All the people are really cool there. It's the oldest beach in the country, the oldest public beach. It's the first public beach, and the water's very clean now, and it has waves. Oh, it's great. It's great. It's huge. It's like a huge beach, and so we'll be there. Well, me and there's this one devotee that goes there that I see there, and he's there just like every day. He's like crazy. That's all he does is he like lives at the beach. I don't know what he's doing in Boston. It's very strange. I mean, he used to live in Hawaii, but I don't know how he survives the winter. But he's out there, and he swims later into the year, like all through September, and sometimes in October, a little bit. Yeah, now I swim through October, certain warm days, and I even went out on November 4th. I went swimming. November 4th. I have to do my weights. So lift those weights again. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna, like, everyone thinks I'm on drugs all the time. They're always like saying, like, are you on drugs? Your video, are you on drugs? So now they see, this is, because like you've seen me make a transition here, I didn't just go shoot up or anything. Or maybe you think I'm like shooting up. I'm going in the other room and shooting up or something. No, I'm lifting these weights. That's what I'm doing. Okay. It's getting kind of hot in here. If I'm sitting right, the radiator's like right there. It's the only, you can hear it. It's like I turned it off, but you know, it's still like pumping out heat a little bit. And so yeah, we're gonna have the thing. Okay, we're gonna be on the beach. You know, and like as I meet the devotee out there, he's like talking about Krishna consciousness or whatever. You know, I mean, he goes way back. He knew the old people in the movement from back in 1970 or whatever, 72, something like that. So that's the best way. I can't, you know, I don't know. I don't do like preaching. You know, it's like, you know, like the book stuff or anything. Because I didn't really read the books. You know, I didn't read the books. I used to listen to Prabhupada music like hours a day. I was listening to it like 8 hours a day. That's all I used to do. And then I used to, I never read the books, so I'd ask devotees questions. So I get my theology that way. Theology, whatever, but I couldn't actually read the books. I did try, but didn't quite work out. But, let's see. I was going to say something. The theology, the books. Sitting in my room meditating. No, I sold flowers. And I would chant like 6 hours a day while I sold flowers. I was on the highway, you know, holding a bunch of flowers in each hand, you know, aiming them at the cars, like roses in one hand, and bunches of flowers, other kinds of flowers in the other hand. And I would do that, and I was chanting Hare Krishna for like 6 hours. You know, I don't chant as much anymore. I do sometimes. I do sometimes. But you know, I have so many associations and stuff. You know, negative associations, different things. I'm all tied up. You know, I don't know. I was like with ISKCON for years, and then I left. I mean, I stopped going there. It's because it was so bad at the Boston Temple for a while, but like whenever it's bad, like everyone else is like, yeah, it was bad then, you know what I mean? Like now, like years later, it's like, okay, you know. But you know, so many of these things, theological or like the technical issues or the politics, I wasn't aware of it. I wasn't even into it until the internet. I had to get on the internet because, you know, I was away from the temple and I was like traumatized by it, the whole thing, stuff that happened, which I still haven't really gotten into really talking about. But so the internet was really helpful. And you know, and so I guess I became like an internet devotee or whatever. You know, the lady that runs the forum, the Gaudiya Repercussions forum, Tapati, she says it's like for ex-Hare Krishna devotees, but I actually find there's actual devotees there, and me and another guy, well, it's not like me and another guy, like we're opposites in a way, we have nothing to do with each other, but it's just two examples of the thing of not being former or something. I don't know. I'm supposed to do those exercises again. God, man. Okay. Alright, I'll be back in a little bit. Stop him. Okay, that was like, I've done 4 of those. I have to do 3 more. And I'll be finished for that. And I don't have to do much else tonight. Not like a couple little things. It won't take too long. So, about ISKCON, and so the website is GoodyearRepercussions.com. You know, there'll be a link for you guys. You can click on it, and if you want to go to it, and it's for former Hare Krishna devotees to go to. It's I realize that I gotta look at. I keep looking over here. You see me look there? That's where I got the computer, like the thing that shows what I'm doing, where I am. I gotta look at you. But it looks like it's a webcam. It looks like that thing from 2001: Space Odyssey. It looks like HAL. It's like this little round eye thing. My webcam. It looks like that. So, I keep forgetting. I gotta look at it that way. This is that's an Armani. That's Giorgio Armani. This jacket, I got it at a thrift store. It's like costs like $1,400 new. $1,400. It does. I got it for like $3, I think. But I had to spend like hours, days of my life, weeks, like hunting through stuff. I used to do that. Yeah. It's like not even right, is it? Look at that. Are you on drugs? He's on drugs again. He's on drugs. Look at him. He's on YouTube on drugs. I'm getting tired of those comments. These guys keep doing that. It gets really tiring. gets really tiring after a while, you know. But I don't know. I just try to live and let live, live and let live. So that's about ISKCON. So ISKCON. What? Oh yeah. What? 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 I'm gonna take this off again. I have to go do another exercise. I'm getting good at this. He's like, I'll be back. Okay. So we're gonna do this thing on the beach in the summer for ISKCON. I'm gonna be out there swimming, and my other devotee, he's gonna be out there. He walks up and down the beach and he swims. We'll be doing that for ISKCON this summer. Kind of like do our part. I try to I haven't done anything. I used to do stuff, and it's a long story. It's not actually a long story. It's more of a story people don't want to hear, really. It's like I used to do work. I used to, do stuff at the temple, and I used to work on the garden and stuff. In the front I did the garden. And we had the evil temple president, like, he's been just dropped out of ISKCON now. But that was really traumatic for me, So if I haven't been back, I still get flashbacks and stuff. No one asks me. People be like my YouTube videos or something like how could you do a video, or how could you whatever. I'm like, well, you don't even talk to me. You don't even ask questions. You don't give a damn what has happened, what I've seen. I don't say that. They don't even ask, and they don't care. This one dude it's like, how can you show your face around here? And I'm like, what? And he's like, your YouTube videos. I'm like, I've been here for 20 years, and he just walks off. He doesn't want to hear. And not like I was able to say it, but they don't want to know anything. I mean, come on, man. It's like the whole, Hare Krishna movement, so many kids were beaten and molested and abused. And it just goes around. It's like, there's a very bad, evil torture going on, and we're all, a lot of us are victims of some level of torture, and we're not talking about it. And you could get into it. I mean, it's not like, come on, really, and they don't want to hear it. They don't want to know. I don't say it. I'm not going around saying it either. Even on YouTube, I don't talk about it. I just do the comedy. I wrote this thing on the Facebook site for Go Dear Repercussions, oh, I've been in ISKCON, and oh, I feel so dejected, and I'm like, I don't feel like I fit in, or I don't it's just a torture for me, and I don't know what I say, all that kind of stuff. And it was a mood I'm in. I have all these different moods, all different kinds, and it's like, the thing I realized is that most of being in touch with the abuse or whatever is I do for ISKCON abuse or whatever abuse I faced in my life is I do alone. And then when I'm around people, it's not that. And actually, it's a kind of a positive thing some of the time. Or I'm not dealing with them. It's so I'm not in touch with it in a way that's around people. You know what I mean? So I've worked out all of my issues, but it's not in a social setting or anything. And you can't really work it out in a social setting in ISKCON anyway, because they don't want to. I don't think they'd want to hear it, or it wouldn't be the thing. It's kind of like a sit down and listen, lecture. I can't sit in a lecture and just listen. I can't sit still. I can't, physically I'm not really able to that much, and I can't keep hearing this stuff. My name's, my screen name for talking on the internet about devotee issues for the last 10 years, since 1997 or whatever, since I started, was Darwin. So I'm Darwin. So I guess, you can kind of figure, I decided that name before I even started talking, because that was my issue of, I know that evolution is a fact, so I know that Prabhupada was wrong about evolution and so many other things. It's just obvious. I've known that since I even came to the movement. It's just like a thing. It's never I've been, or I might have stuffed it in a way. Stuffed it down or something, but it's always never, on an intellectual level, I never believed it. In that way. I do mysticism. I do hardcore mysticism. I study with Thomas J.J. Altizer's books. He's what you call it, Christian atheist. But he believe in God. It's not even about belief. It's he's really hardcore of the non-existence of God, and that's what makes God exist in a way. All these things contradictory and back and forth and metaphysical stuff, and he's really into Nietzsche. And who's the guy? William Blake. He's really into William Blake and Nietzsche. So it's really great. I have to go back and do another exercise. That's how I'll do it. I know how to do it now. I'll be back. So you can go to yourrepercussions.com and talk about your issues of your ISKCON issues and stuff, and then get in touch with like fellow people and stuff, and talk about your issues in a comfortable environment, with people. And so yeah, the Facebook thing. I want to do Facebook, man. I took all these pictures and stuff. I didn't put them on, but they're kind of. But I'd like to have friends. I don't have any friends. I mean, I talked to the one dude at the beach. I mean, I don't. Jesus Christ, man. I just have a family right now. I haven't been doing friends. I kind of grew up by myself. Then my dad moved me out to the woods. He's a college professor, but he was going through a phase. He moved me out into the woods with him, and just him and me in a little shack, in a little cabin in the woods, and I slept on the floor in the central room, kind of like a living room. It's very small. He'd call it his bachelor pad in the woods. So I slept on the floor there, and he was going through his phase. Well, a couple years, starting next year or something like that. He was a tenured professor, so he went through a phase. He wore like Jed Clampett overalls every day to work. I mean, and drive this old truck, and he'd give lectures in Jed Clampett overalls. He's a sociology professor. Later on, he went to he got a sabbatical, and went to Zimbabwe, and then he took early retirement and went back to Zimbabwe, and he stayed there for like 10 years, and he got malaria once, and I kind of wonder if that's what did it. I haven't talked to him in over 10 years now. Almost 12. No, I haven't talked to him in 11 years now. So, and so yeah, so I'd like to be, a person, sort of, people have friends and stuff, you go, at least on Facebook, I don't know. I do a lot of reading and stuff. I'm studying nuclear engineering, nuclear power plants. Studying the pretty cool, actually. I've learned a lot about it. Thorium reactors, the way of the future. But I'm not going to get into it. But it's more like So, what? What? Actually, that what? What? Man, I don't know. Man. It's fucked up. It's all fucked up, man. All the people I used to know, I knew that used to go to the temple or live there, are gone. It's like 90% of the people just leave. They don't even go back. Pretty much, it seems like. It is like 90%. And then there's other people that don't. I don't know. Some of the people are okay. But, I don't know. On the internet, you can meet people, I guess. And I used to know. I mean, there's these people I know, but, so it's like, talk to people and stuff. His friends are all there. Into the ground. It's just about... Hey, how does it go? Hold on, I know what I'm going to do just before last week, so I got to look it up. I know it's shaking the screen. I got to look up something for you and read it to you. That's what I'll do. I'll read you something. Waiting for the internet to work. Okay. Try not to shake the webcam. I can't tell you what it is. I'll just read it to you and see if you can guess. Well, you would probably. Okay, let me see if I can spell this. Great. Okay, let me see too. Now, I think I can say it right too. I think you're gonna like it. I hope I spelled it right. I think it's just, I'm in just the right mood to read it too. Let's see if this is it. I need to get it so I can read it. You just hang on, okay? I'll get it for you in a second. Come on. What is going on? Then it's like, Google's such a piece of junk sometimes. Sometimes you look up something and it's not even on there. It's in like links to it. It's a piece of crap. and it's not here. Great. I gotta get more stuff in there. Hold on. Try to remember things. Man, I want to read this to you. You're gonna like it. Okay. Okay, let's see if this is it. I'm just trying to... God, man, come on. Oh, I only have pieces of it. I'm trying to get the whole thing. Get this out of the way. I got crap in the way here. Ah, my mouse is not working. Okay. Well, let's see. I just get this part. Okay. It's practically standing still now. They've dropped ropes out of the nose of the ship, and it's been taken a hold of down on the ground by a number of men. It's starting to rain again. The rain had just slacked up a little bit. The back motors of the ship are just holding enough to keep it from... It's burst into flames! It's fire and it's crashing! It's crashing terrible! Oh my, get out of the way, please! It's burning, bursting into flames and falling on the mooring mast, and all the folks agree that this is terrible. This is the worst catastrophe in the world. There's smoke, there's flames now, and the frame is crashing to the ground, not quite to the mooring mast. Oh, the humanity, and all the passengers screaming around here. Oh, got to cut some of it out! You fuckers. They'd be like chopping it up, I think. Oh my, get out of the way, please. He says that at one point. Oh my, get out of the way, please. I'll have to find that for you sometime. I gotta, like, screw this shit, man. I used to listen to that all the time. I have the recorded. It's really great. Yeah. I have to do one more of these things. I'll be back. Okay, folks, I'm back. We're back. And, I finished with those exercises. I'm all done for the night. I mean, for that, I'm not done for the night. I got to do some other stuff, but took care of that. And, so, get on Facebook and join, Facebook, or if you haven't joined already, and you can go to the Godia Repercussions Facebook thing, and then go to the GodiaRepercussions.com forum, and start talking to people and stuff, and meet friends or something. They were talking about, they're saying, like, why don't you, like Darwin, they call me Darwin because it's my name on the internet for these matters. They're like, oh, you should find some friends to have kirtan with or something. Kirtan, and I was just saying stuff about ISKCON right that night, the temple. It was like I was in a mood. But it's all different things and stuff, It's a lot of different stuff. Yeah. But it's, so you can go to, you should get on the, you should, that's what you need to do. You need to go to your repercussions, GodiaRepercussions.com, and register for your membership and start discussing your issues with people. Yeah. So, okay, I don't know. I'm going to the temple tomorrow, maybe. Tomorrow's a Sunday Love Feast. Maybe I'll go. It's gonna be dark. See, it gets dark here at 5 o'clock. It was getting dark at 4:30. Can you believe it? Now it gets dark at 5 o'clock. And it's like, so everything's dark, and it's cold tomorrow. It's going to be a high of like 23, I think. Before I just said 20, but now it's like 23. That's like Fahrenheit, So it's kind of cold. I used to like the cold. I mean, I still like it a little bit, but I used to just dress for the cold. And I stopped trying. I didn't want to carry all that junk around with me anymore, all this warm clothes and stuff. I used to have so many, like all these jackets. They used to be puffed out to here. That's before I started doing any of this stuff with the weights or anything. That's before I was running. Because, I started running after that. And so, I wasn't hot because I would run to the subway and run back. And I'd run a lot. I'd be running, so actually a lot of times I'd overheat if it wasn't the winter. I mean, if it wasn't like a cold part of the winter. So I'd run, like right now, I wear my long underwear and stuff. I wear a shirt. I bring my coat, but I run to the subway. Just my shirt, and then I have to stand around in there. It's kind of outdoor temperature. It's like this big roof over it, but it's not. It's still freezing cold. I just wear my shirt because I'm still hot, even though it's cold out. But so I don't stand around out in the cold too much. I used to read newspapers out in the cold. I loved it when I get down to 10 degrees or something. I'd go sit and read a newspaper on a park bench, and just be able to stay warm. You have to have really thick clothes for that, though, like layer after layer of all kinds of stuff. It was like a whole lifestyle, and I'd have giant backpacks I'd have to be able to pack it into. It's ridiculous. It was ridiculous, man. But yeah, I was really into it. Yeah. But because I used to go camping. My dad used to take me camping and stuff. So I'm kind of into it. So maybe I'll edit this now. And you go to. So yeah, this is finished. Haribol, Hare Krishna. What? 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 What?